Hey everyone, LittleMoeGaming here. Welcome back to another episode of this little lunch break series where I just take a moment to talk. Again, I'm not really doing this during my lunch break. It's actually, let me see, what time is it? It is 8:30 in the morning on Friday, today. So happy Friday. I had meant to record this on my way home from work yesterday, but I forgot my mic. And I don't have the best quality mic, but I wanted to make sure I recorded it using this mic so it's the best quality it can be, because I feel like my phone's mic is not good enough. I was thinking about doing it, but that's okay, you know? So what I ended up doing was just putting together the gameplay footage last night, and I got up this morning, opened up the gameplay footage. I have it playing right here. I'm actually looking at it right now. You're looking at some Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about while looking at the gameplay. Maybe I'll make some comments here and there. With that being said, right now what you're seeing is an earlier cutscene in the game. No spoilers or anything like that, nothing crazy, but this game is absolutely wonderful. I'm still really not that far in it, but I mean, just the way it looks, I can't get over how good this game looks. And I'm really excited to really dig deep into it. I just haven't really had that much time to really sit down and sink my teeth into it. Even this weekend, the reason I'm not at work right now is because I took some time off today and Monday. Get a little 4-day weekend. My wife and I are gonna drive up to Estes Park and just kind of get away from it all for a couple days. It's actually something that I've really enjoyed about Colorado so far since I've moved here a year ago. It's how many options there are for you to just get away from it all here in nature. I lived in Houston for a really long time, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Houston. I do miss Houston. Houston will always be home. But I don't know. I mean, my move to Colorado really showed me that there's a lot more out there, you know. And I lived in, Houston is a big city, not a lot of nature to really explore or see. And then coming here to Colorado, that's something that I've been able to really get into is, going out to hike, exploring these different parks, and just going out to these trails that are in the mountains. It's really refreshing, and it really does something for your energy, at least for me. And my wife feels that way too. And I'm really excited for this weekend. We're going up to Estes Park. We've gone up there before. This will be our second time. Last time we went, I think, was in the springtime, and it's winter now. So I'm excited to see how the snow will be. I think the snow probably sticks a lot more over there. I'm in Colorado Springs. We get snow. Like I'm looking out the window right now. We actually got some snow last night. It just doesn't stick as much here in the Springs. We'll get snow. We'll have it for like a day, and then that same day, by the end of the day, it's all melted and the sun's out, and we're back to normal. But yeah, I'm excited to go up there and relax over there. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to take my PS5, so no, I won't be playing any Kingdom Come Deliverance this weekend. But that's okay. And that's kind of a segue into what I want to talk about today. And that's the difficulty of choosing a game to play and just being okay with playing what you want to play at that moment. It's a topic that I've heard a lot of content creators talking about recently, especially the ones that I follow. I follow this YouTuber. His name is BBKDRAGOON. Really great guy. Once I discovered his videos, I started watching them, and like I'll be at work, and I have a moment to just put in my headphones and I'll just listen to one of his videos. He makes these podcasts as well, but he makes these like short form videos, or like 10 to 15 minutes, kind of like what I'm doing here with this commentary. He's actually the one who inspired me to do this. So if I'll put a link in the description here to go check him out. But one thing that he talks about a lot is being intentional with your gaming. And it's going to sound like a really big first world problem, but as somebody who really loves gaming and is really big into the hobby, figuring out what game to play and at what time, it can be kind of stressful. It's like, oh, I have an hour to play today. What do I play? And that's something that I've been working on lately, is, just being okay with like, okay, well, this is the game that I want to boot up. I'm going to go ahead and play that. So like here in this video, you're going to see footage from Kingdom Come Deliverance. Right now you're looking at Judgment, which I still haven't finished, but I am almost done with that. Just such a good game. This is actually, what you're watching right now is footage from it's a side case, which is like the side missions in Judgment. The side missions are so fun. So part of the reason why I haven't finished this game yet is because I want to do all the side missions. They're just really, really fun, really unique. I think in this one we're chasing down a ghost or something like that. But to get back to what I was saying, at the end of this video, you're going to see footage from a game called Hot Wheels Unleashed, which is like this Hot Wheels racing game. I never thought that I would play this game, but I saw someone talk about it in a video, and I've been wanting to play like a fun arcadey racing game that I could just, boot up from time to time and, have fun with it. And this really hit the spot. So you'll see that footage. It's from the intro of the game. There's a lot of like tutorial stuff, but it's really fun. I really enjoy it. And I've been booting that up from time to time. And like this weekend, I'm going to be up in Estes Park. So I'm not going to be able to take my PS5 and play Judgment or Kingdom Come, but that's okay, because I've also started to play Pokemon Silver on my Game Boy Advance. I've been meaning to, ever since I got it, I got my Game Boy Advance, got it kind of customized over a year ago, and I've always had a copy of Pokemon Silver, which was arguably, I think, the first video game that I ever owned. I've been meaning to get back into it, or to jump into it and re-experience that part of my childhood. But with all these other games that I've been playing, I've been kind of pushing it off. And then one day I just thought, you know what? Let me go ahead and play some Pokemon. And I popped it in, and every day for short bursts, I'll just play a little bit. I'm going on to the second gym battle right now, and it's so fun. Just reliving this game that I haven't played in probably well over 20 years. I'm 31 years old. This is the first game that I ever played. And it's been a long time since I've played it. So getting back into it's so nostalgic. It's kind of surreal, like seeing how, games have changed since then. But then when I play this, it's so familiar, because as a kid, of course, I played it over and over again. It's just at some point, I never played it again. And, this is the first time since then. So that's definitely something I'm taking with me. I'm also going to take my Switch, and I have Octopath Traveler on there. I talked about it in a previous video of mine that I was a little over halfway through the game, but I took a big break from it. It's a really long RPG, super fun. It's really, really nice. It's just really slow. So I was taking my time with it. I took a break because I wanted to play other games. And I think that's okay. If you're, you don't have to focus 100% on one game. If there are other kind of games that you want to play and you have limited time, it's okay to just have, a few different games that you're playing at the same time and dedicate a certain amount of time to each one every day. And that's something that I've been trying to do, is to kind of, be intentional with it, in that, okay, I'm playing Judgment right now. And that's actually a decision that I made, is that as far as the big games that I'm playing, I'm going to focus on Judgment, finish that, and then really sink my teeth into Kingdom Come Deliverance. So like the footage that you saw here for Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I think there's going to be a little more footage coming up, I recorded that almost a week ago now. And since then, I've only been playing Judgment. And that's because, I just decided, you know what? These are two really big RPGs. I'm going to go ahead and just focus on this one, enjoy it, not feel rushed to finish it, and then move on to the next one. And in the meantime, I'll have like these other games I could play, like Hot Wheels here. My last video, I showed Resogun. That one's really fun. I've been playing that as well. And, Pokemon Silver, on my Game Boy, I take that with me to work. If I have a moment during my lunch break, I'll play that. And I'm going to take it with me on this trip that we're taking here. And I'll have my Switch with me, in the case that, maybe there's like some other games I want to play, I have like little arcadey games on there that I can just kind of pick up, and, like little like side-scrolling beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage, which is an amazing game. I wish I could capture footage off my Switch. I think there is a way you can capture like 30 seconds at a time. I'm going to try to start, getting those little small clips from my Switch, because I do play on it from time to time. But yeah, just, that's really the thing that, I've been trying to apply to my time gaming, is being intentional with it, but also being okay with just playing what I want to play. And I don't know if you're listening to this and you think that you have this struggle. I know it's something that I've heard a lot of gaming YouTubers talk about. So I know I'm not the only one. As we get older, we have limited time. So, it's important to be able to manage that in a stress-free way. And, that's that's also the thing, right? Like when you talk about gaming and stress, it's such a like first world problem. It's such a like, why is gaming stressful? Well, it's not that it's stressful. It's more so like, you're a gamer, you love playing video games, but you don't have the time to play all the games that you want to play. It's like now we have all the games that we could want, but not enough time to play it. When we were kids, we had all the time in the world, but we only had these few games. And so we would play those over and over again. Like what I was saying a couple videos ago, I was talking about Battlefield Bad Company 2, that I had it as a demo on my 360, and my brothers and I would play that over and over again between games. If it wasn't that, it was Halo 3. I replayed Assassin's Creed a couple times. And then, just as I was talking about earlier with Pokemon Silver at a much younger age, that's a big RPG game. I mean, if you think about it, Pokemon takes maybe anywhere from 30 to 40 hours if you like want to collect them all, all that kind of stuff. So imagine as a kid, you finish this game and then you just feel like you want to boot it up again. And that's how it was. And I kind of do miss that feeling. It's like, oh, I love that game so much. Let me go ahead and play it again. Nowadays I finish a game and I feel like I shouldn't play it again because there's so many other games that I want to play, just not enough time. I was like with Days Gone, I talked about it in my last video. They're making a remaster for it, which I've heard some news about it since then that it's really not that big of a remaster. So I guess you could say my saltiness of that went down a little bit. I'm still okay with how I played it. I mean, it was an absolutely amazing experience. Even if this was like a big remake of Days Gone, well, I guess if it was like a completely new remake, that's a different story. But even if this was like a worth it remaster, oh, I was so salty here in this part of the footage where you saw how I like flipped right there. I was gonna win, and then that happened, and it completely ruined it for me. But anyways, yeah, I was a little salty because I had played it in the normal version on PS4, and then they said they were releasing a remaster. So, but you know, my point is like, remaster or not, I'm not going to replay Days Gone, and it's because I've already played it, and there's so many other games that I want to play, and that's okay. You know, that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. But also, it is okay to replay a game if you want to. So, but anyways, I just wanted to talk about, you know, that topic right there, you know, being intentional with gaming and how I've been able to apply that. And also just kind of, you know, talk about my hype for going up to Estes Park, take some time away. You know, I've been getting a little burnt out at work, so it's going to be nice to just have a little bit of time this weekend to relax, you know, with my wife, and a beautiful place like that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and comment below. Let me know, how do you apply this method to your gaming, you know, being intentional, and how do you choose what game you want to play? Also, what game are you playing right now? Anything really. I'd love to hear it. And also, there wasn't really much news this past week in regards to gaming. I had heard something about Marvel Rivals director and like the people that worked on it getting laid off, which is really crappy. I actually have a lot to say about that. I'll talk about that maybe in my next video. So anyways, well, this was a LittleMoeGaming at lunch, even though it's not really at lunch, but I'll be uploading it at lunch, so I'm going to still call it that. But everybody, you take care.
But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?